This is working? There we go. Perfect. Choose your preferred gameplay style. You can change these settings at any option. Enjoy the interactive story at your own pace. Incidental actions you have tried before are removed. Automatic hints give gentle guidance during play. Or original adventure experience. Keep track of repeat actions by yourself. Manual hints only. Let's start it on classic mode. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. Though, point and click, for the most part, it's just click on every square inch of the screen, isn't it? Until you find the thing to interact with. Oh, teaching us how to maneuver and that. Move cursor to find points of interest. Yeah, we know that. Okay, we've got pick up and look at. And left click to interact. Right click to examine. Okay, so we've got those two options. And there tends to be a hotkey as well that might highlight everything. Access new options and controls. Okie doke.
Paris in the fall, the last months of the year and the end of the millennium. The city holds many memories for me. Of cafes, of music, of love, and of death.
Now, no idea who put out the original broken swords back in the day. It might have been Revolution. They might have just purchased the rights. Like I said, I definitely remember playing one. Well, a little bit of one, but I think it was very much. I've got a feeling it was probably on a demo disc, so it might have only literally been the start of the game anyway. This is why I don't remember too much of it. It's like movies back in the day. You'd have all the credits right at the beginning of the film. Very difficult to do a mid-credits or post-credits Easter egg when you're running the credits at the beginning of the film, though, right? All right, come on. We're supposed to be chasing after that damn bird. It's getting away from us pretty quickly. Oh, it's alright. We can warp there. Chase after the evil clown. Yeah, I mean, you'd be dead if it did that much damage to the building. Like, just shards of glass, you would be torn to ribbons, wouldn't you? Well, the bad guy went that-a-way, didn't he? So should we check the scene of the crime?
All I could hear was the ceaseless drone of traffic. Life went on around me. But the explosion was to change my life forever. I considered straightening the table, but I figured it best not to disturb the evidence. The table had been overturned by the explosion.
We can go inside.
It was the body of the old man. It was hard to believe I'd seen him alive only minutes before. The pretty young waitress was unconscious.
We can talk to her, though. You didn't come and refill my coffee. I'm not giving you a tip. So it'd be very hard to talk to her because
My head.
definitely have ringing in the ears, right?
How much vodka did I drink? Oh, no, don't tell me. What is your name, Sherry?
George Stobart, ma'am.
Oh,
So
I'm
why
your
is she
friend.
why is she
asked the
drinking?
question quite innocently, but I could sense her.
Why is she
reserve.
drinking vodka on the
Something
job?
that seemed to afflict all Europeans. You look like you could use a little help.
I could use a little drink. I feel sick, dizzy, and bruised. I don't even remember the party.
Just relax and take it easy. You've been knocked out.
You don't say. What happened?
There's been an explosion. You should try not to move.
Are you a doctor?
Nope.
No, but I used to play hospitals when I was a kid. Can you remember?
Can I play doctor with you? Oh no, that feels like a very different
I
thing.
need a drink. Pour me a brandy.
Okay then.
Is that straight or with ice?
Just give me the bottle with a cheat on it.
I guess a little drop won't hurt.
Also, I will say the audio balance isn't quite there. It's clearly using, presumably,
That's better.
She knocked back the brandy as if it was water. I
audio
wasn't picking up the check.
What about
from the old one.
Is he dead?
I can't remember if there was VO in the older games. Possibly. But it's a bit scratchy. And it's kind of being drowned out by the music. So I wonder if there's anything we can do to... Also, what was the question? I don't know.
Of course not. I didn't want an hysterical French girl on my hands. At least, not right now.
Return. What do you remember about a clown?
Do you remember what happened when the clown entered?
I remember that horrible tune he played all right. It was like a funeral dirge.
I'd never liked accordion music either.
The gentleman.
Did you
His
know the old
case.
man?
No, monsieur. I never saw him before.
Yeah, I think we need to drop the music, if that's an option. Not whilst we're in
Stay here, Mademoiselle.
commands.
I'm going to look around for evidence.
Right. Options. Audio. Let's nudge that up. Music, I think, needs to be dropped down a little bit. Yes, if we nudge the voices up, we can nudge this down to maybe about there. I mean, at least we've got some stuff. I guess the subtitle color, well, it's not changing anything in this. What it could do, like, if subtitle color changes it to kind of a yellow for people with dyslexia or something like that, that could be useful. General. Am I supposed to be examining the dead body? Probably.
I tried not to meet his stare as I searched the dead man's pockets. No wallet, no papers, no credit cards. The guy's past was a blank page.
Alright, I wonder. Oh! Tab switches between what it was and what it is. I'm just wondering if there's a highlight all context clue button. There normally is, actually. There's normally a button for interface. Well, not always, but a lot of the modern takes on classic point and clicks have given you a button to highlight the things you can interact with, but it doesn't look like this one does. Okay, let's head out. I'm going to chat with that guy down there. That's obviously maybe a witness.
Freeze! Hold it, right there. Oh, don't shoot.
I'm innocent. I'm an American.
Can't make up your mind, eh?
I demand to see the American consul.
Drop your weapons and get down on the ground.
Put that thing away, Sergeant Moo. I apologize, monsieur, but I cannot permit you to leave.
Am I under arrest?
Ah, no, I would simply like to ask you some questions. En avant, to the café, marche.
All I wanted to do was come and talk to the eyewitness.
What a mess. This bombing is an outrage, is it not?
Stop that, monsieur.
Best reason for
Hold
innocence.
your breath at once.
Has it occurred to you that he may be dead, Moo?
Oui, monsieur. But I prefer to look on the bright side. Besides, I recall a case where the killer escaped by feigning death. However, in this case, the man is quite dead. Clearly, the killer knew of his presence and...
How many times have I warned you about premature extrapolation? All we know is that he is dead.
It seemed reasonable to assume...
A great detective assumes nothing. Take Maigret, for instance.
But he was a fictitious character, monsieur. Why, he was no more real than Poirot or Tintin.
That's different, Moo. They were comedy Belgians. Anyway, it is unlikely that even you will learn much from talking to the dead.
I don't know. With the right spells, you can find the right things, right?
If you can.
I doubt if she is in a fit state for questioning, monsieur. It smells to me as if she has been drinking.
As I feared, we have stumbled upon a den of iniquity, Moo.
Isn't that most
Leave
of
out
France?
me, sir. I am used to handling drunken women.
What's a bit of necromancy between friends? Exactly.
Et maintenant, to business.
Inspector.
Your name, please?
George.
Hello, Kim.
I'm from California.
Didn't ask for your address
What
yet.
brings you to Paris, Monsieur Stobart?
Travel. I'm touring Europe.
You chose well. The city is most beautiful at this time of year.
When it's not exploding.
Yeah, I guess so. Apart from the bomb blasts.
Were you in the vicinity of the cafe at the time of the explosion?
Yeah, I was sitting out on the sidewalk. I was lucky I wasn't killed. The inspector passed over my remark with no reaction.
Did you see the deceased enter the cafe?
We did.
Yes, I did.
Was he alone?
Yeah.
And did he say anything to you?
No, he was more interested in the waitress.
Did you see anyone else in the cafe?
You're hyped right now. You're buying a new car. Ooh. What are we getting? And is this for practical terms? Because your old one is about to just kind of give up the ghost and die, or is it kind of you're feeling you need something more? Volvo EX30. Is the EX inferring it's a electric? Is it an EV? I'm not sure. I'm way out of the loop on different cars and makes, models, and all that kind of thing. But anything you see an E in like its name now, you've got to presume like your old one's almost 10 years old, and honestly, it's a shitbox Nissan. I got rid of my shitbox Nissan a couple years ago now, but I have yet to been able to replace it, and it is an electric. I figured as much. We saw a creepy clown.
Yeah, there was a guy dressed as a clown. He was carrying an accordion.
An accordion? Bon, the picture is forming in my mind, and it is not a pretty one.
Well, you didn't see the guy.
Is the girl all right, Moo?
She'll live if she survives the hangover. She doesn't remember seeing a clown, monsieur.
That's odd, don't you think, monsieur? Who am I to believe, I wonder?
The CCTV cameras. Oh, wait.
What do you mean?
I am
This-
satisfied that you know
Actually,
that.
this was...
You may leave. I hope this little incident does not spoil the rest of your vacation.
What about my personal safety? Can't you at least give me some advice?
What can I say? Stay alert and look out for suspicious characters.
And don't cross the road until the little man shows green.
Great advice.
I honestly believe you are in no danger, monsieur. Should you remember anything of importance, please contact me. My card.
I was going to say, though, I know the game came out,
Thanks.
must have been late 90s, early 2000s, right?
There's not much to go on, monsieur.
On the surface, no. But what lurks inside the subconscious? If the door can only be opened.
Are you serious, monsieur? I thought your interest in psychic detection was purely academic.
Academic? You are about to witness a scientific breakthrough.
Okay. Are you looking forward to finally getting a 4x4? You live on a side of a mountain. Shit's slippery. Yeah? And I guess being electric as well, there'll be plenty of torque, so climbing up the mountain will probably be easy. And welcome, Ray. Right.
The umbrella had protected me from the bomb blast, but it was of no use to me now.
But what if we were to pick it up? Would there be a clue underneath it?
I contemplated crawling under the umbrella and pretending none of this had ever happened.
All right. The photographer.
The girl presented a confident but sullen mask to the world, an expression more suited to the face of a delinquent youth. Excuse me, mademoiselle?
0 to 100 faster than a Porsche 911.
My name's George Stobart.
That would do it as well.
An American by the sound of it.
Yeah, that's right. On holiday in Paris. Some holiday, huh?
You were here when the bomb went off?
Sure was. Sat right out front of the cafe.
Did you notice a middle-aged man, maybe 60, with an hat and overcoat?
I
Yeah,
can't
he's
believe it.
dead.
She hadn't even asked how I was feeling. Yeah, he went inside just before the bomb exploded. You weren't related to him, were you?
Oh no, nothing like that. I am Nicole Collard from La Liberté.
Well, what's that, some kind of nightclub?
No, it is a newspaper.
You're a reporter?
I'm a freelance photojournalist.
The
Say,
camera didn't give it away.
about the bombing. You know, an eyewitness account. Minutes after the outrage that shook the whole of Paris. You know, real life.
Oh, you're in a little C3, are you?
I'll just stick to the facts, thank you. Did you see who planted the bomb?
I know it sounds crazy, but he was dressed like a clown.
Oh God.
You want this to be a flashback? All we have to do is push this button, and it looks really like it was. So, admittedly, the UI overlay remains the same for the updated version. Yeah, I was saying, I remember playing a Broken Sword game back in the day. I don't know which one. I don't think it was this one, and I've got a feeling it was like a demo disc. So I have very scant recollection of anything about it. Right. Why are we showing our... How's that?
Look, the inspector gave me his card.
Also,
You know him?
oh yes, we've met. Oh, I didn't know his first name was Augustin. It suits him, I must say.
Alright. I guess we're talking about all the individuals here. Well, I guess let's start with you. Who are you?
You speak very good English for a French girl.
Thanks. You speak very good English from America.
The inspector.
Rosso didn't blink when I told him about the clown. It's as if he already knew.
That is typical of a cold fish like Rosso. I've seen cheeseburgers with more spunk.
Yeah, if you see cheeseburgers covered in spunk, probably don't eat at that restaurant. Right, the old man.
Who was the guy you were supposed to meet?
His name was Planter. I didn't know him, but he called me last night. He said he had a story which would interest me. He asked me to meet him at the cafe.
And then he got blown
I
up.
never know what he wanted to tell me.
Not unless you have Rosso's gift for psychic interrogation.
We get any
How
more?
did Plantar get your name?
Through the newspaper La Liberté. had written an article linking 2 unsolved murders. One in Italy, the other in Japan. The cases were remarkably similar.
Are they death by bombings?
No apparent motive, and a costumed killer. Planta said he could supply me with more information.
She only for the detective or just a French girl being French? I don't know about that. We'll find out. I mean, I feel like you have to approach all these games with a little bit of tongue-in-cheek, right? They know exactly what they're going for.
Have you met the clown before?
It's a long story.
I have plenty of time.
I don't.
Why won't you tell me about this clown?
Why do you want to get involved?
Because he almost killed me. Isn't that reason enough?
I guess so. Listen, I'll give you my phone number. You help me with my story, and I'll let you in on what I know. And let's get one thing straight right now. This is strictly business.
Okay, it's a deal.
I have to go develop these pictures. À bientôt, monsieur.
Fine, I'll, see you soon.
Right. Are we allowed to chat with the guy digging the hole then now? Like, he's absolutely a witness to this.
The muscular workman wore a morose expression, like a silent warning to leave him to get on with his job.
But we're absolutely going to go and have a chat with him.
Hi, can you spare a few minutes?
I thought you'd been arrested.
No, it was a misunderstanding.
When he pulled that gun, gah, I thought that was it. Those automatics pack quite a punch, you know?
He made a mistake. He thought I was a terrorist.
You? A terrorist? Ha!
He was only doing his duty, I guess.
I'm guessing we'll have a... I don't know, we might ask to borrow his phone. It is a point-and-click game after all. Did you see the clown?
Did you see a clown come by this way?
A clown? Like in a circus?
Yeah, with makeup and a big red nose.
No, he ran in the other direction.
Those guys are funny, aren't they?
No, they're not.
Not in my experience.
I love the circus, especially the horses.
You haven't answered my question. Have you seen a clown?
You think I've got time to watch everyone who passes by? Some of us have to work for a living.
But what about the explosion?
Look, I know you're busy, but surely you'd have noticed a clown.
I told you already. I didn't see a thing.
He was wearing multicolored baggy trousers and makeup.
He'd be a poor sort of clown if he didn't.
What about a man in a hat?
Did you see an old guy with a briefcase?
Wait, silly old coot. Do you know what he said to me? Work fascinates me, he says. I could watch it all day. Quel bit. I could have knocked his block off.
A pissed blue-collar worker. Very yeah, but he's actually in the middle of work. He's not striking. He's not. It's not one of the farmers kind of parking their tractors in the middle of France, backing up traffic or anything like that.
Did you recognize the old man?
No. Should I have done? Was he a celebrity?
No, but I guess he is now. His name was Planta.
Was? He's dead then?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Now I wish I hadn't called him what I did. If only I could turn back the clock. If only I'd been more tolerant.
Regret and remorse are strange emotions. They really bring out the hammiest actors in people.
Yep. Gives the vibe that he's the one setting fire. Yeah, he might be. Yeah, like you know what he's doing? He's starting to build up the barricades so that when the police come with the riot shields, he's prepared. I mean, really, you recognize the guy in the hat, but not the.
To find that clown. He's a killer.
Say, who are you anyhow? A cop?
No, of course not. I mean, do I look like a cop?
I guess not. How do you know this guy's a killer? Did you see him in action?
Didn't you hear the explosion? The cafe was blown up.
The clown killed the old man?
That's right. Blew him up with a bomb concealed in his squeeze box.
Merde. But why did he go to the bother of dressing up like a clown?
Who can unravel the tangled logic of a killer's mind?
Also,
I guess it's something
don't question anybody's
with a
kink.
Psychological need. Or just plain showmanship. Take a look at this.
You told me you weren't a cop.
Don't shout about it. I'm working undercover.
Who are you looking for?
That's confidential.
All right.
I gotta go.
Don't let me keep you.
It was a battered metal toolbox.
Can I nab anything out of it?
Hey, stop that. Get away from there.
Not whilst he's preoccupied.
What do you think you're doing?
I was admiring your toolbox.
Oh, wait? Had a good look, have you? I'm warning you, if you touch it, I'll crack your nut.
Okay, I get your point.
All right.
Set into the huge gate was a smaller access door.
Right. I say we go where we saw him run, which was across the street, not down the street. Right, that way. So do we have a double-click run? Oh, I wonder if we're going down the sewer. Right.
It was a battered old trash can.
Well, let's just search all the cans of trash. See if we can find something we can use to prop open the manhole cover.
It smelled like someone had dumped a truckload of fish in a locker room on a hot summer afternoon.
Right, nothing else. Well, I guess we're going to need a tool out of that
The window was
toolbox.
protected by stout-looking iron bars.
Well, I doubt we're breaking in. Did anybody go up the drain pipe?
Breath and prepared to climb the drain pipe. I guess the clown had an escape over the rooftops.
Nope. Well, 100% we're not going to be able to lift this up.
It was an iron cover concealing the entrance to a drain or sewer.
We're going to need some tools to lift it.
I tried to lift the cover with my fingers, but couldn't gain any leverage. There was nothing of interest.
And I think that's probably everything, right? Yeah. All right. Down the road this way. Can we go any further? We can try the door. Let's see if we can find a lever.
The door was securely locked.
Didn't think so. We're going to need his tools. Ah, right. Poster police? Well, I guess that's the only thing else that's highlighted, right? Alright. Well, the only thing we didn't interact with was possibly his phone. Oh, it's a classic point of click. There is going to be 100% pixel hunting.
It was a huge and weighty-looking engineer's telephone.
Don't touch that phone!
Sorry. It was a tent made out of plastic sheeting.
Right. There's nothing else I can do to distract him so I can get his tools, other than maybe try and step
There
inside.
was nothing inside the tent except a large toolbox.
Right. Only other thing is maybe talk to the gendarme here.
The sergeant was a scrawny man in his 50s who resembled a constipated chicken. Excuse me, Sergeant.
You heard the inspector. Go on, monsieur.
What about the
Did
briefcase
you
that was
find the
sold?
victim's briefcase yet?
No, sir. The inspector gave me specific instructions to guard this door. Until he countermands these orders or backup arrives, here I stay.
I was one of the last people to see the victim alive, Sergeant.
Does that worry you?
Yes, it does. I feel I owe it to him.
Also, I might be on the killer's hit list as a
Did he
witness.
speak to you? Tell you anything?
No, he just grinned and nodded.
Don't let it trouble you, monsieur. Go home and try to forget.
I know the identity of the dead guy. His name was Plantar.
Is that so? You knew him, did you?
No, but
We'll know everything there is to know about him soon enough.
I'm trying to be helpful here.
The best way you can help us is to go home, monsieur.
But what about the evil clown? We must find Pennywise.
He ran into the alley across the street.
Did you follow him?
I lost him. I figured he went underground.
Do you know how many kilometers of sewers there are beneath this great city?
It's not a question I've lost sleep over.
I have no doubt that Inspector Rousseau will organize a proper search.
What about the inspector?
How did you and Rosso arrive at the scene of the explosion so quickly? You arrived within minutes. Was it a tip-off?
Inspector Rousseau's sources are a perpetual mystery to me, monsieur. There are some who say he has made a pact with the devil.
And what do you think?
I think he is the devil.
Alright, we're in an episode of Lucifer. What else can you tell me about the inspector?
What is Rosso doing with that girl?
He is giving her the once-over, as you Americans say.
Huh?
Once he gets his teeth into a case, nothing will shake him off.
Was he serious about all that psycho-detective stuff?
Of course, Inspector Rousseau is a pioneer and a visionary.
He's a
The
loony.
laboratory methods, once perfected, may change the face of law enforcement forever.
I can't see it taking off in L.A.
Alright. Well, I guess we leave. And I'm guessing we go to the police station down here and possibly call him from one of the payphones there. Oh no, we're calling Nicole
Bonjour, Kula.
Oh, hi. It's George Stobart, the American at the cafe.
Ah, oui.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news for me?
Well, I haven't had a lot of luck.
You found nothing.
No.
Look, I'm very busy right now. Call me if you have any news, okay?
Oh. Yeah, I guess.
I just wanted to hear your voice.
See ya.
Alright. So we can't call the inspector. And all we got is this. Alright. Let's go and have a chat with the desk sergeant.
Excuse me.
Not so fast. I'd like your personal details, please.
Huh? What for?
In the event of an accident, it would help us to know where to send the body.
Look, is this really necessary? I came in here to talk to Rosso.
Why did you not say?
May I see Inspector Rosso?
He's not here.
But
Do you wish to leave a message for him? I have a choice of blue or black pen. I'd recommend the blue for a less formal communication.
I'd prefer to talk to him in person.
As you wish, monsieur.
What
Is
about...
Sergeant Moo available?
What? You want to speak to him?
Yes, please.
I cannot recall the last time someone asked to speak to Moo. No one ever speaks to him. Not even his kids. Eh bien. He is not here, monsieur. He is with Inspector Rousseau, like Laurel and Kitten. No, monsieur?
Hardy. Oliver Norville Hardy.
But
Do
there's
you know
still more
anything
about Rosso.
Rosso's psychic techniques?
I cannot comment on my superior's methods. All I will say is that Inspector Rousseau has an impressive record.
He's a good detective?
One of the best. He's a man of honor, with a fine sense of duty.
You wouldn't say he was... a screwball?
Not to his face, monsieur.
Have you seen any evil clowns around?
Have you had any reports concerning a suspicious clown?
Why, yes. There was a fracas only this morning. 3 arrests for public disorder.
And you say there was a clown involved?
A clown and a particularly offensive piece of sculpture with balloons. Are you in any way involved with the reprobate, monsieur?
No, not me.
All right. What else is there to prod in here?
Thanks for your help, officer.
There was a thing that highlighted. No. All right. I wonder if we can use this on the telephone. Call the inspector's phone. Make him move. Apparently not. All right. Well, let's see if the only other phone. So, yeah, we know of is this one. So let's see if we can get him to allow us to use his phone. Apparently not.
Hey, you!
What do you want now?
Check out my card.
I've seen it already.
What about using the card to slip the lock? Nope. All right. I don't think there was anything else we could interact with. Oh, actually, there's a table over here we didn't prod. Maybe there's a clue behind it.
I considered straightening the table.
No, same as the other
I
one.
figured it best not to disturb the... I examined the jagged glass remaining in the window. It was broken, all right.
Stating the obvious. Oh, we've got a paper.
The leading article referred to the visit of a Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state. That was the only news story. The rest was rumor, gossip, and sensationalism. Then I noticed the writing at the foot of the page. It read Salah ad-Din, 1345.
New controls help is available. Sure. Okay, yeah. We figured out how to open up an inventory. And then place. Yeah, well, it's classic point and click stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of combining one thing with another. Alright, let's see if we can actually read that article then.
It was a Paris daily tabloid newspaper, full of sex, scandal, and sports results.
Well, we're not combining it with that. No, didn't think so.
No way.
Maybe we can distract the workman, though. Is this
Hey,
your
you.
paper?
What do you want now?
Would you like to read my newspaper?
I haven't got time to read that. Can't you see I'm busy?
You could read it on your lunch break.
10 minutes is all I get. And if my boss had his way, I wouldn't get that. He'd have me on a drip, so I didn't have to stop to eat.
Oh, take the newspaper and quit complaining.
Bah! Look at this. Damn bleeding out liberals. Tja! Save the dolphins. Catch them and eat them, I say. All that fuss over a bunch of fish.
He's distracted now.
That's more like it. Look at the size of those. Like champagne bottle corks, no? Ah, what's this? Saladin running in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
It's a racehorse?
A horse? A legend. Bucephalus reborn, mon ami. Like a streak of lightning she is. Do me a favor, won't you?
He's gonna go put a bet on.
I'm off to put some money on that nag.
What about your toolbox?
Stuff it. Help yourself.
All right. Well, I'm waiting for it to go. There we go. Right, now we can get a convenient...
I found just what I wanted. A tool for lifting manhole covers.
Also, can I call the inspector's number from this phone? No, apparently not. Okay then. Right, well, into the sewers we go.
I lifted the cover to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer.
He's a genius. You could tell by the smell, not the fact that it was a sewer manhole cover. And clearly probably had sewer written on it, or something like that. I almost read that as Red Bull. No, it's a red ball. Or even a red nose.
I realized it was intended to be worn. It was the clown's red nose.
We go deeper into the sewers. This is where we get attacked by a horde of vicious rats. Also, a glove? Oh no, tissue.
I took hold of the scrap of material and unsnagged it from the spike. I scooped up the sodden tissue. It was cold and greasy, like breakfast leftovers.
Are we sure it's a tissue? Like, it could be something else entirely. It is a sewer after all.
It was the soggy tissue I'd found in the sewers.
Seems to have dye on it, like maybe face paint. Right, well, I guess we're going up. Right, because we can't go across to there, because that. Alright, up we go. Where are we going to pop out?
Hi there.
Hold it right there, you sewer rat. I knew you'd come back. And now I've got you.
What are you talking about?
You're trespassing. Come out of there, immediately.
That's what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
Ha! You won't catch me with tricks like that. Keep your distance, monsieur.
Okay, okay.
You smell like a sewer.
What were you looking for?
An evil clown. Apparently somebody in the shadows. I need to make a phone call.
I was looking for a clown.
Huh, ridiculous. Do you really expect me to believe that?
He planted a bomb in the cafe and blew it up.
What? The cafe? Blown up? Mon Dieu, that is awful. And you say the person responsible was dressed as a clown?
That's right. He blew up the cafe, escaped into the sewer, changed his clothes, and came up here.
Ah, mon Dieu. Then, the man I chased, do you think that man and the clown are one and the same?
Well,
I mean, where were you 10 minutes ago?
Ah, that still does not explain what you were doing down the sewer. For all I know, you are in league with him.
oh no, I'm just a tourist.
Haha, most tourists are content with the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, or the Pigalle. I didn't realize my waste pipes were such an attraction.
What do you know about the man with the red
Tell me about
nose?
the man you apprehended.
What is there to tell? He was a typical criminal type, just like you.
What, American?
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't. Who is he?
The man who was killed in the cafe. I'm gonna find the guy responsible. I'll find him. Even if it means following him down every sewer in every city in Europe.
Ah, you need some sensible boots. You won't get far in those stupid sneakers.
What about the woman at the cafe?
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
Oh, hey, she isn't hurt, is she?
No, she's fine.
Oh, thank heavens. A poor girl like her isn't safe with the likes of you roaming the streets.
It's alright, I'm just roaming the sewers instead.
I'm not a gangster. I'm an American tourist.
Ah, that's what you say.
The briefcase?
The guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Well, I didn't notice. Now are you going to leave? Or do I have to call the police?
I have to be going.
I'll let you out.
Thanks for your time.
Go on, be off with you.
Where do we end up? Back here. Okay. Well, I guess we can go and chat with the cops again about the evidence I found. Oh. Nope, not gonna let me,
Sergeant Moo?
Please go away, monsieur.
I found this red nose in the sewer.
What were you doing down there?
Fishing for clues. That's where the clown went.
You still insist you saw a clown, monsieur?
Of course. And this novelty nose proves it.
It will take more than a plastic proboscis to convince Inspector Rousseau.
You don't want this as evidence, then?
Certainly not, monsieur.
what about a greasy tissue?
Sergeant Moo?
Yes.
Do you recognize this dirty tissue?
No, monsieur, I do not.
I found it in the sewer.
Perhaps it would be better if you put it back there.
No way! This could be an important clue.
If you say so, monsieur.
Very well, the weird tartan.
Sergeant Moo?
Yes.
I believe this material came from the clown's clothing.
If you are right, monsieur, then the clown must be an Englishman.
Well, how do you figure that?
Only the English would wear a suit made from material like that.
Don't you like the English?
It is not so much a question of liking, rather one of taste.
What gave it away, AVP? Was it the ridiculous accent? Go full Monty Python. Right. Well, I guess we're going down the cop shop then. Because that's the only other place we can... Now you're scared. Let's see if we can hand in some evidence. Or maybe we can get him to ring the inspector for us.
Hi, it's me again.
Again?
Yes, I spoke to you earlier.
But of course. It is Monsieur Hardy.
Stobart. George Stobart. Take a look at this.
Inspector Rousseau's personal card. Where did you get this?
He gave it to me.
Why?
I think he was impressed with my powers of observation. He asked me to contact him if I had any information.
I see. You are a grass.
Okay, if I can get paid as a CI, sure.
Hi there.
Bonjour. Ah, Monsieur Hardy, no?
Stobart. George Stobart. I found this red nose near the Café de la Chandelle Verte.
A clown's nose?
That's right. The guy who wore this is a savage killer.
If you say so, monsieur.
You don't want to know about the greasy tissue either?
Hi there.
Bonjour. Ah, Monsieur Hardy, no?
Stobart. George Stobart. I found this tissue.
What the hell is that?
It's evidence.
Evidence of what? Mayonnaise smuggling?
The sticky stuff is grease paint.
Ah, and that is supposed to make me happy, is it? I suggest you think long and hard about what you are doing with your life, monsieur.
What about the tartan? Do you recognize it?
Hi there.
Bonjour. Ah, Monsieur Hardy, no?
Stobart. George Stobart. I found this scrap of material in the sewer.
Vraiment?
It was probably torn from the clothes of a psychotic killer.
Even if you were Sherlock Holmes, I would have trouble believing you.
Alright, well, the only other contact we have is the journalist, right?
Bonjour, Kula.
It's me again, George Stobart.
Hi, George. Any news?
No. How about you?
No, nothing new.
Okay. What I have is not good enough. Let me just bring up, like, the, this. Am I allowed to put a bet on? Nope. And I can't exit out. I have to click that.
It's me again.
Hi.
Yeah.
No.
Any news?
No.
No. That. Is the other phone out of service?
Telephone.
Nope. So there isn't anything else I can interact with here. Well, clearly we missed something. Wonder if we can chat with the guy through here.
Hi there. Remember me?
How could I forget? The man with the sewer obsession.
It's not an obsession. I just like the ambiance.
Let's see if he recognizes the material. Come on, I'm trying to...
Do you recognize this material?
I am not telling you anything.
About the inspector.
Perhaps you'd like to take a look at my card?
Mm-hmm. What is this? Inspector Augustin Rousseau? What does that say? Hominoid Division.
A homicide. I think the ink's smudged.
Mm-hmm. Then you are not a tourist.
Okay, I'm not. I lied to you. And I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, monsieur. You know, I had a feeling there was something different about you. It is
It's the accent.
Your poise. Oh, yes. There is no mistaking the bearing of a disciplined man. And I should know. I was in the army, you know. When I was your age, I was fighting for my life in the African desert. How can I help you, Inspector?
Let's start over from the beginning and tell it just like it was.
Let's start with the
Was
briefcase.
the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, yes, it was. Clutched in his arms like a baby.
That belonged to his victim.
Oh, what do you think was in it? Drugs? Stolen jewels?
I don't know, but the killer thought it was worth a man's life.
Nothing is worth that, monsieur.
The clown?
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
He was a mean one, monsieur. He grabbed me in an armlock. His face suddenly next to mine. His grip was like iron, but he did not know what he was up against. Oh no, he made a big mistake when he took on one of the desert hyenas.
Yes, I get the picture.
Do you know a plantard?
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
What about the waitress?
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
So you don't want to hear about my experiences in the desert? I fought to make this country what it is today.
I'm sure you did, but I'm a little short of time.
The waitress?
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
You can't suspect her, surely.
Just answer the question, please.
Yes, I know her. Quite well, you could say. She came to work at the cafe, 7 months ago. I look forward all week to the relief she gives me when she visits.
Really? So you'd miss her if she wasn't there?
Oh, mais oui. Who else would I find to cut my toenails?
Let's try the
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur. It's disgusting. What on earth possessed you to show it to me? Someone has emptied their nostrils into it.
Take a look at this false nose.
Aha! That looks like a clown's nose to me.
genius.
Precisely. He must have dropped it in his panic.
Unless he wanted you to find it.
Why would he want to do that?
To put you off the scent.
All right. Well,
I have to be going.
Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
well, there's nothing else, right? Other than seeing if there's something else I missed down the manhole. There wasn't anything. Oh, actually, boxes. We didn't touch the boxes.
I examined the boxes closely. They were damp and smelly and decidedly empty. The cover was too heavy and awkward to lift with my bare hands.
I thought he had human hands, not bare hands. No, definitely nothing else down here. We're not getting up there. Alright, what if I was to head back up into... Oh no. Well, let's have a look at the...
It looked like some kind of antiquated invalid carriage with passenger seats.
Not a fan of the old Citroens then.
The door was locked.
Anything in the
had
fountain?
Probably been attractive at one time, but now it looked like an old stained urinal. The fountain had probably been attractive at one time, but now it looked like an old stained urinal. The door led to the apartment of the blustering old concierge.
Let's see if we can get inside.
Hello again.
Yes, Inspector.
Oh, nothing else. Okay.
I have to be going.
Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
In that case, there doesn't seem to be anything else here. I guess we can leave through the front door. I mean, the only thing we haven't done is combine things together. So if we take that and that, no,
No way.
don't think so. That and... Excuse me, I'm trying to combine stuff.
It was the scrap of material I'd found in the sewer.
Well, I guess not. Nope. Calling from here?
Bonjour.
It's me.
Hi.
No.
No.
Well, this is what classic point and clicks are known for. Hitting that brick wall where you don't have the right thing to put with the other thing so you can open up the door or keep making progress. And we are definitely at that point. As I can't see anything we're supposed to fully interact with. I mean, we did miss the paper before. So it could be something along those lines. The frustration is real, yes. What else? Really love pressing random things, yeah. Like, it is normally something quite obtuse of, like, how you combine objects together. But it looks like these really don't...
No. That is not a good idea.
Anything else we can get out of you?
Sergeant Moo?
Yes,
More about the clown, apparently.
Track down the clown's movements, Sergeant.
is that so, monsieur?
Yeah. There's a man down the street who saw him crawling out of the sewer.
Dressed as a clown?
No, he changed into ordinary clothes by then.
So, how did he know it was the clown?
He didn't, but all the clues add up.
Little children can add up, but I wouldn't let them manage my bank account.
We did do the showing the nose, didn't we?
Are you sure you don't want this false nose?
Don't try my patience, monsieur.
See you later, Sergeant.
Anything else in the toolbox?
The toolbox didn't contain any...
There's nowhere else in town we can go. It's only where there's little push pins. I mean, we could try another conversation with him, I guess.
Hi there.
Ah! Stop.
Have you any idea what this tool is used for?
Oui, monsieur. It is a dipstick.
I mean, with that,
Thanks for your help, officer.
we could use the dipstick on the car, potentially. I didn't try that, did I? And I guess we're going to have to go through the sewers, because just trying the door is going to make him come to the door and not what we want. I thought we just smashed in the window with it. Yep. We did do a thorough look at it, didn't we? Dialogue history, tab for the original, spacebar to open inventory. So there isn't a toggle all the interactable objects. Yeah. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I've got to have missed something somewhere, right?
I considered... The table had been overturned by the explosion.
Yeah, there's nothing else I can do. Other than maybe beating up the sergeant with a dipstick.
Sergeant Moo?
Yes,
What do you suppose this tool is used for, Sergeant Moo?
it looks like something an obstetrician would use, monsieur.
It was with tools like this that the clown made his escape.
I don't understand.
He opened up the hole and disappeared into the bowels of the earth.
If you say so, monsieur.
Alright, I've literally tried everything I have on every other person, right? There is nothing else. I mean, other than using a item on one of these things, but that's not gonna. That's just gonna get a shake of the head, like so. We get a very appropriate shrug of the shoulders. All right, go on, give us our prompt. Found some material in there. Someone will recognize it. I mean, we tried it with him. He said it. The Englishman. We tried it with Tab for calling Nicole. No, Tab is that. We have to use a phone to call her, and then we just get the scripted. Do you know anything? No. Do you know anything? Okay. Because we definitely showed this guy the material as well, didn't we?
Hello again.
Yes.
Does this piece of material mean anything to you?
I'd recognize that pattern anywhere.
Okay, no.
Now, about the jacket you found. Do you have it here?
No, monsieur. One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair. Pity, because otherwise it was a fine piece of quality tailoring. It had the tailor's name inside on the label.
Can you remember anything else?
Send the jacket.
I gave it to an itinerant Romani seamstress.
Just my luck. Was there anything in the jacket pockets?
Not a sou. You know what I think?
Do tell me.
He changed out of the clown suit and cunningly disguised himself as an ordinary person.
Looks like I'm up against a mastermind.
Anything else?
What was the name on the label?
It was a foreign name. Todrick, I think.
Did you get the address?
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
Well, I don't expect you to remember a phone number you've only seen once.
74 98 08 59.
You're kidding. That's his phone number?
Yes, that's it. A little trick with numbers that I learned in the desert. I was taught the technique by a Tuareg shaman.
That's incredible.
It comes in handy at the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
Honesty, monsieur, is its own reward.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty to pay the bills.
All right. Well,
We have to be going.
let's use the phone, shall we?
The citizens of Paris can sleep a little easier tonight.
Raymond, I was only doing my duty, monsieur. Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
Because presumably it's going to be on the back of the envelope now, right? There you go.
Hello? Who is this?
Hi, my name's George Stobart. You don't know me.
Correct, Mr. Stobart. I don't. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to trace one of your customers. Could I maybe come over and talk to you?
No. No, that's not possible.
Oh, okay. Forget it. Listen, all I want is a name.
What are you talking about? Who are you working for?
I guess you might say I'm acting in the interests of truth and justice.
Ah, thank God. I thought you were the police.
There are innocent lives at stake, Mr. Todrick. Lives that you could save.
You're collecting for charity, yes?
No, I'm not. All I want from you is information.
Go on. I'm listening.
Evil clowns.
What
Do you
know
have you
about
seen
the
any?
clown who bombed the Café de la Chandelle Verte?
I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
You're cool, Todrick. But I think you know more than you're saying.
I don't know who you be, but sure I am you don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know if you're saying that to make me think you don't know what I mean, but... Oh, this is ridiculous. Quit playing games with me, Todrick.
I tell you, I know nothing about no clown.
What about a man in a
You know
hat?
a guy called Plantar.
No, I never heard of him.
So you don't know a clown and you don't know a plantard.
Was a part-time clown.
If a guy feels happy with a funny nose and custard down his pants, what's the problem?
Shall I tell you what happened to Plantar? How he was killed in cold blood?
I told you, I never
He was
heard of
actually killed in
Plantar.
an explosion, but cold blood implies that it's like a face-to-face. Like the killer knew exact. Well, they knew who they were, but bombing is more indiscriminate.
Sound of her husband's key in the door. Junior is waiting for his daddy to come home from work. He can't wait to show him the merit marks he earned in school today. Only tonight, Monsieur Plantar won't be coming home.
You forgot the puppy.
Huh?
The faithful puppy dog, waiting for the sound of his master's voice.
Well, maybe they don't have a dog. What do you think?
I don't know, Plantar. I never heard of Plantar. None of this has anything to do with me.
Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
All right. Well, we'll talk to the reporter then now. There's a Mr. Todrick that is covering stuff up.
Bonjour, Kula.
It's me again, George Stobart.
Hi, George. Any news?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to the clown. And I know where the killer gets his suits.
No kidding. Hey, I'm impressed.
You are? Well, it wasn't easy.
It involved clicking on lots of things.
To my apartment.
Fine. Where do you live?
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay, I'll come right over.
We got a date. Right. I presume it's that one because it's. We've got shops, we've got flower cellar, and yeah. All right, let's head over.
I pushed against the door, but it seemed to be locked.
It's never that easy, is it?
Oh, hi.
Bonjour, monsieur. Would you like me to foretell your future?
No thanks.
I'm very good, and it only takes a minute.
Thanks all the same, but I'm not superstitious. Besides, if it only takes a minute, that's not much of a future to look forward to.
We're looking for this
Do you know
girl.
a young woman called Nicole Collard?
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from me, in the apartment block across the street.
I tried the door, but it's locked.
You know, I've told the landlord about that a million times. It is the damp. The whole building is like a sponge. It sucks up the moisture from God knows where.
The
You mean
sewers.
the door is stuck because it's swollen?
That is correct. There is an art to opening it.
Give it a
Don't
kick.
shove it hard. Just give it a gentle nudge above the lock.
Thanks for the advice. See you later.
That's right,
that's good.
monsieur. You will.
We'll give it a gentle nudge.
Remembering the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock.
So why is she literally writing on her table?
Please, call me George.
Fine. I'm Nicole. Take a seat, George. Eh bien? And what have you been up to?
I've been exploring the sewers beneath the cafe.
I thought I could smell something bad.
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry. He left his jacket behind.
And?
I got his tailor's phone number.
You had better luck than I did.
Luck, she said. Luck! Hard work, I'd call it.
We
What-
put in the graft, didn't we?
Crossed to the editor, but he wasn't interested. Can you believe it? He told me to drop his story.
But you're not about to do that.
Oh, no. I am going to find out what's behind these killings. You know what I think? It's a conspiracy. The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
That covers just about everyone. Tell me more about the clown's previous victims.
The first was Arno Bellotta, the millionaire pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet boom. Imagine it. Millions of housewives literally speeding their butts off.
Was he killed for his money?
No. He had no living relatives, and his fortune went to the orphanage where he grown up. The only witness in the case was his Filipino au pair. She swears he was led to his death by a snowman.
What else?
What about the clown's second victim?
Yamada, the controversial Japanese green politician. He inherited his fortune from his father's electrochemical consortium. He was committed to dismantling Japan's automobile industry.
I can't see him gaining much support with a loony policy like that.
Yamada was a man of vision. He was years ahead of his time.
If you say so. How did he die?
At the hands, or should I say, flippers, of a giant emperor penguin.
And one of the last
Snowman,
man.
a penguin, and now a clown. You know, I hate to admit it, but this is scary. And I'll tell you what, I won't be accepting any invitations to costume parties.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am too. But this story could be my only chance of a big break.
Or a premature death.
Alright. Who's on the end of the
Can I
phone?
use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
See if we can get anything else out of him.
Who is this?
Mr. Todrick?
Oh, it's you again. What now?
Forget it.
Nope. Alright. We'll start with the material.
I found a piece of material near the cafe. When I showed it to the concierge, he recognized it right away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this. I developed the film I shot at the cafe. Here, George, it's an enlargement I made. Look what that guy's wearing.
Checkered pants. The same material as I found in the sewer.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh no?
Take a close look at his left cheek.
A scar. In the shape of a horseshoe.
He got kicked in the head by a horse. The grease paint?
I found this tissue down the sewer.
Oh, that's disgusting, George.
I think the stuff on it is grease paint. Like actors use. Or clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
Also, her pictures popped back
Tell
up.
me
We should
more
maybe
about yourself.
talk about her.
There's not much to tell.
Well, how did you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought my first camera. I was 8 and my parents had just split up.
What else?
Did you live with your father?
Yes, my mother went off with her new boyfriend. I don't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
Ah, I'm sorry.
Well, it's all right. I don't mind talking about him. He was more like an older brother, really. Always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted I should study art. That's why I went to college.
Go on then, back to the case and the man in the photograph.
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
Did you learn about photography at college?
Oh, God, no. I couldn't afford the materials. We were billed for everything we used. Paint, canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to minimalism. It was cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair. The only time I wasn't hungry was the term I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh, no.
All right.
I'm going back out to search for that clown.
Where?
I don't know, maybe there's something I overlooked.
Okay. Well, good luck.
Let's go show this picture around, shall we? Let's see if you recognize the man with the scar.
Oh, hi.
Bonjour, monsieur. How's your girlfriend?
She's not my girlfriend.
Maybe not yet. But I see your paths entwined in the future.
I doubt it. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
What a hunk.
He's a killer.
I can see that. His eyes say it all.
He's got cold, dead eyes. All right.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
All right. Try the police station first, and then back to the cafe. then if we don't end up with anything, we will
Monsieur
call it
Harvey,
quits
no?
and move on to something else.
George Stobart. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur, I do not. I have no memory for faces.
Some police officer you are, then. Right. Oh, and he's back. How's the horse done? Did he listen for the results, or is he just hoping it comes in a winner?
Hello again.
Yes, Inspector.
Do you recognize this man?
Recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, I do. It's that villain I told you about.
Well, we have our confirmation. What about...
I have to be going.
Good
You-
luck, Inspector.
Are you willing to chat with us? I realise he's no longer on break.
Hey, you!
What do you want now?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I don't.
What about your toolbox?
What's in the toolbox?
What's in the toolbox? As if you didn't know. What's the big deal about tools, anyhow?
They're cool. Tools are civilization.
You don't say.
That's right. Tools are what distinguish us from other animals.
Who are you calling an animal? I've met your sort before. Looking down your nose at me because I'm working class, huh? I've a good mind to knock your block off.
I mean, by that definition, he's the most civilized because he literally has a tool in his hand, right?
I gotta go.
Don't let me keep you.
All right. All we've got left is the sergeant.
Sergeant Moo,
Yes.
do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur.
It's the guy who bombed the cafe. The clown.
This man looks nothing like a clown.
He's taking off his grease paint and costume.
Then there is nothing to link this man with the killing.
Nothing? Look at those murderous eyes.
And that briefcase.
Hardly likely to get him convicted.
Well,
See you later, Sergeant.
no one's looking to cooperate with us, so, like I said. Yeah, it's a classic point and click. You get the idea, and you can make it look like a classic point and click as well by pushing a button. But, yeah, we will, I guess, probably for menu options? Yeah, there you go. I guess I should save then, just in case, though it has been auto-saving along with the way, so that's at least something. Yeah. Fairly like, the only thing that seems a little out of place is it's potentially using the original audio. I can't remember if any of these did have original audio for the voices. It seems to be not... It seems slightly lower quality than, like, the music stuff and things like that, which would make sense, like, something that was recorded, 20 plus years ago or whatever. So the compression, the files they pulled from the original, but that's the only thing I would say that kind of is a little bit jarring compared to, like, the rest of the sounds. It's somewhat smoother, but in the same sense, like, it's just as clunky because it is the classic thing of, like, pixel scanning for the thing you need to interact with, like which button, which object do I need to shove on this person to get the right prompt. But that was just part and parcel of classic point and clicks back in the day. So yeah, that's where we'll knock that one on